Thursday at 12 noon, will be the return of our general, our beloved party leader, His Excellency Rigathi Gachagua. I urge you, be there, stand firm, stand proud, and stand for Kenya. We ask our party members to start converging at JKIA from 6 a.m. in the morning. We will be there with song and dance to welcome our hero, our party leader, Honorable Rigathi Gachagua.
On his Twitter account, Rigathi Gachagua has indicated that he is now ready to come back to Kenya. And actually, in the same statement, he actually indicated that he has cut short his trip in the US by not going to some areas that he had scheduled to attend town hall meetings. He has apologized to the people of the United States of America that he was supposed to visit and promised them that he was going to visit later on next year. Now, Rigathi Gachagua has just done exactly what he had indicated to Kipchumba Murkomen, that the moment he's ready to come back to Kenya, he will announce. Now, ladies and gentlemen, as Rigathi Gachagua indicated in his tweet, this was an abrupt decision in that he has cut short his trip in the United States of America. Why did this happen? Why did he cut short his trip? That is what I want to look at here on this particular video. But before I take you through, kindly if this is the first time you're watching my videos at Mukwa Times, take a second or two to subscribe, like, and comment, because that is the best support you can always give this channel. Without much wasting of time, let me dive into this topic here today. Number one, it is Rigathi Gachagua's political knowledge. This gentleman is intelligent politically. He knows what to do, when, and how. He is a good dancer in that he knows when to exit the stage. Ladies and gentlemen, as we speak today, we all know that Rigathi Gachagua has said almost everything that he was supposed to say in the United States of America. His messaging has been so good to an extent that it was always published on social media. Well published here locally and internationally. Rigathi Gachagua received huge attention, especially from international medias that are based in the US. Rigathi Gachagua actually addressed almost every necessary group that he wanted to address. He addressed the Senate, he addressed the Congress, he addressed the people of Kenya, he addressed the Mount Kenya people in the diaspora across. Ladies and gentlemen, Rigathi Gachagua also went to the places that were very, very necessary. He went to Seattle, opened an office. I hear he opened another one in Boston for the DCP party. So that is a clear indication that Rigathi Gachagua has done so much based on his plan. Now, it's also the timing that Rigathi Gachagua had. His intelligence, his political knowledge enables him to know the correct time to make a particular move. That is very important. So therefore, the number one reason, ladies and gentlemen, it is his political intelligence that could tell him now, this is the time to leave the United States of America. Number two, the by-elections that are just about to be held in the country. We all know that as we speak today, the IBC has announced that later in November there will be by-elections right here in Kenya. And all these by-elections will be happening the same day. And they will be in various parts of the country. The DCP party has intended to field the candidates in almost all of these by-elections.
We convened a meeting of aspirants who are going to participate in the forthcoming by-election. As you all know, we have at least 22 by-elections. And DCP party has attracted very many aspirants. Last time we were gathered here to unveil the parliamentary aspirants for Malava constituency and Banisa constituency. We'd like to report that those candidates have hit the ground. The momentum is so high, and we want to encourage the electorate from the two constituencies to continue supporting our candidates.
And to be more specific, the one for Embu. You all remember that? William Ruto appointed Ruku to join government as a cabinet secretary for public service. And he left a vacant seat of a member of parliament. So right now, campaigns are top-notch, searching for the best candidate to replace him. The DCP, in this particular position of Embu, Rigathi Gachagua would rather lose all other parts, but win all the seats, all the by-elections in the Mount Kenya region. So as we speak today, the earlier, the better. He has to come back early enough, now that the elections are just near here, to come and prepare their candidates back in Kenya. So he has also to prepare immensely as far as the seat for Embu is concerned, so that at least if he wins it, it becomes the major statement that everyone has been waiting for. Rigathi Gachagua is in charge of Mount Kenya, not just on criticism, but also on leadership. Because if they win that seat, there's a huge political statement that is made outside there. So he does not want to make a mistake as far as the Embu seat is concerned. Ladies and gentlemen, apart from that, the other reason as to why Rigathi Gachagua has decided to cut short his trip in the US, it's also because of the financial constraints. We all know that he went to the US to raise funds for his campaigns back in the country. And I'm telling you, he has gotten huge support while in the US. Yes, the party could have funded his operations there. But the fact remains that he's also trying to ensure that he conserves his funds so that when he comes back to the country to engage in these very expensive campaigns, at least he does not get stuck anywhere. So Rigathi Gachagua figured out and said, I've raised here some money here. What is the essence of me spending the entire amount here? Yet the people of the US have already gotten my message. They know what I'm saying, and they've been following what we've been saying in every state that I visit. So therefore, he felt like he can still pass the same message to the Americans right from here in Kenya, because he has been criticizing locally while in the United States of America. So therefore, Rigathi Gachagua realized that now that this media is in control, people are following him, it's ideal for him to come and do some things right here back in Kenya. That could cut the cost and save some funds, especially now that we are heading to a by-election that will also be very expensive. Because one thing I told you, if there's something that William Ruto wants, it's to win the Mount Kenya votes and also to win the Mount Kenya seats. So this Embu seat, it's going to be campaigned for. They are going to give money there to an extent that Rigathi Gachagua has to also work very hard to counter such a kind of moves. Ladies and gentlemen, another reason as to why Rigathi Gachagua decided also to cut short his trip is this. Locally here, ever since he left, William Ruto has been breathing, moving from one county to another, making statements here and there, the latest one being in Limuru and Homa Bay. The reception that William Ruto received in Limuru, the other one that he received in Homa Bay, they are clear indicators that William Ruto is making some steps forward. And Rigathi Gachagua felt like, if I'm going to stay back, my people are going to be swayed. We have to be in Kenya and constantly remind the people who William Ruto is. So, ladies and gentlemen, in a nutshell, Rigathi Gachagua felt like, I have to be back. He has to be back in the country and ensure that he's countering President William Ruto. Apart from the two counties that he has just visited, William Ruto, I know he has scheduled to go to many other counties. As we speak today, people of Nyamira have been ferried to State House. Have been ferried. I've seen there's a notification circulating across that they are moved from Nyamira in buses to go to State House, probably for one or two things. Ladies and gentlemen, if you also check clearly, there are meetings that he has been holding in State House, meeting youths there, boda people, women groups, and ladies and gentlemen, in all these groups, people go, they get money. Rigathi Gachagua understands the power of money in the Kenyan politics. So he knows very well that for him to ensure that he has secured the seats, he has still gotten hold of the support that he had before. He has to be right here in the country and be able to face President William Ruto. Lastly, is the failure by the opposition leaders to keep up with the opposition that he had left in the country before. Rigathi Gachagua is the one who has been criticizing William Ruto from US, but while other leaders in Kenya here, they have been quiet. So he has felt the need to come back to Kenya and keep the fire burning. I don't know what is your take, but those are the reasons I think as to why Rigathi Gachagua has decided to cut short his trip in the United States of America. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what's your take, but in the comment section, feel free to share with me on what you think. See you next time for more videos. My name is Abel Mukwa.